In the land beyond the clouds, where rivers sing and mountains breathe, silence is never empty. Beneath the silver trees, our travelers have found something strange, a pot that whispers with voices not their own. What secrets lie within this echoing vessel? The story continues, in the pot of echoes. 8. The Watchers of the Wind. As the bell's echo faded into the high skies, the wind shifted. It no longer whispered, it called. Above the palace, where the air thinned and shimmered, a current took form, a ribbon of air that twisted like silk and beckoned them skyward. The companions, drawn by a sense that this was meant, mounted their winged horses once more. With each beat of feathered wings, they climbed higher into the thinning breath of the world. Clouds parted, not with force, but with reverence, and revealed a plateau carved into the sky itself. Floating stones circled it slowly, like moons around a forgotten world. At the center stood a circle of tall, narrow structures, each one shaped like a twisted spire of wind captured in glass. There, the watchers waited. They were tall, taller than any human, and made of translucent forms, like weather-worn crystal and strands of starlight. Their eyes, if such they had, glowed faintly, shifting color with emotion. They moved as though their bodies remembered being clouds, bending gracefully with the winds. "You are late," one said, though it was not unkind. "You knew we would come?" asked Lamira. "You were always going to come," said another. "Whether you knew it or not." The companions stepped into the circle. The air pulsed with quiet energy, and as they did, a wave passed over them, a gentle breeze that tasted of memory, of flight, of stories untold. "Who are you?" Azrak asked. "We are the Watchers of the Wind," the tallest said. "When sky and earth danced together, we kept the rhythm. When they fractured, we remained." Zorvan frowned. "Fractured?" The Watcher nodded, its form shimmering. "Long ago, the bond between earth and sky broke. A rift formed, not of space, but of time and balance. Magic, once harmonious, began to drift. Memory grew unstable. Dreams began to root into soil where they did not belong." Seraphine stepped forward. "The pot, we brought it from the cave. It spilled into the river. That's what gave our horses wings." A low, resonant hum passed through the circle. "That pot," said one of the watchers, "was one of many seals. It was not meant to be found." "Then we broke something," Lamira whispered. "No," the watcher corrected gently. "You unlocked something. The seals were never meant to last forever. The world was meant to heal, but slowly, and with guidance." Zorvan paced a few steps. "And now that we've stirred things up, the girl trapped in the palace, she's caught in the backlash. She came here on her own," another watcher said, their voice like a soft gust over a canyon. "Guided by love. But her strength waned. Without the protection of the sealed waters, the people saw her, feared her, and bound her in dream. But we can't reach her," said Azrak. "Not unless she becomes like us, unseen." "She can," the first watcher replied. "If she drinks from a second pot. One lies hidden, still protected." "Where?" "Seraphi. In the Hall of Breaths, beneath the roots of the city." The ground beneath them pulsed, an echo of roots deep below, entangled with breath and memory. "But first," the watcher continued, "you must prove your worth. Magic does not yield to chaos. The pot is sealed within a trial, crafted long ago by those who feared misuse. You must pass through it, not with power, but with harmony." They all exchanged looks. "What kind of trial?" Zorvan asked, squinting. "Do we have to fight something?" "No," the watcher said. "You must remember who you are. And remember each other." At the watcher's signal, the floating stones began to shift, revealing a spiraling descent into wind and light. The path ahead shimmered with unseen steps. Seraphine bowed slightly. "We're ready." The watcher inclined its head. Then go. And know this, prophecy does not bind, it invites. Whether you were meant to come or simply chose well, the land remembers you now. With the wind at their backs and the truth heavy in their hearts, the four descended into the trial beneath the city, toward the last hidden pot, and the key to freeing the winged girl from her dream-bound prison. 9. The trial beneath the roots. The steps formed from air and will, spiraling downward in a soft helix of shimmering light. With each step, the sounds of the upper world faded, the distant rustle of wings, the hum of unseen wind. Silence enveloped them, yet it was not empty. It was deep, resonant, like a breath being held. The four companions moved slowly, their footsteps silent on the invisible path. Below, the spiral ended at a glowing arch of root and stone, alive with twisting vines that pulsed faintly, as if listening. Lamira ran her fingers along the arch. It's aware of us. Seraphine closed her eyes. This place is woven with old intent. A living spell. Beyond the arch, they stepped into a chamber vast and circular, its walls made of interlocking roots and luminous crystals that refracted their reflections into kaleidoscopic shadows. In the center stood a pedestal made of petrified wood, and atop it, a sealed pot, identical to the one they had found in the cave. This one shimmered with a soft, inner light. But as they stepped forward, the chamber shifted. Roots retracted. The floor cracked open into four separate paths, dividing them. A sudden gust of wind swept between them, and the walls pulsed with energy. Lamira cried out, reaching for Azric's hand, but he vanished behind a veil of golden mist. Seraphine's voice echoed distantly, then was lost. Zorvan spun in place. Oh, come on, every time we try to do something together. Each companion now stood in a separate space. The trial had begun. Lamira's trial, the tongue of truth. Lamira found herself in a circular chamber lined with stone tablets inscribed in countless ancient languages. The air was thick with silence, but not emptiness. Rather, anticipation. A voice echoed, "Speak not what you know. Speak what you are." She hesitated. Her life had always been about language, translating, deciphering, knowing. But now, this trial asked not for cleverness, but vulnerability. She stepped forward and spoke in her first tongue, the forgotten lullaby her mother sang before she died. As the sound filled the chamber, the scripts on the walls began to glow, each language translating her memory into their own form. And the path ahead opened. Azric's trial, the bond of the wild. Azric stood in a glade of green flame. Around him, ghostly forms of beasts and birds shimmered, creatures he had encountered, hunted, feared, and loved. A great stag stepped forward, its eyes like ancient stars. To lead, you must kneel. To fight, you must yield. He knelt before the beast, placing his sword at its feet. I do not seek to conquer. I seek to protect. The stag bowed. The fire dimmed. A trail of silver leaves unfolded before him. Zorvan's trial, the mirror of masks. Zorvan stood in a hall of endless mirrors. Each reflection showed a different version of him, some smiling, some weeping, some cruel. A voice laughed, "Which of these is you? The liar, the thief, the jester, or the friend?" He stared long, then touched the mirror where he looked utterly lost. "This one," he whispered. "Because I've worn them all. But I still search for the face beneath." The mirror shattered, revealing a door of smoke. He stepped through. Seraphine's trial, the weight of time. Seraphine floated in a place where time had slowed to near stillness. Visions of past, present, and possible future surrounded her, some filled with joy, others with ruin. A choice appeared, a vision of the girl they sought, weak and broken in her prison, and another of the girl free, but the land darkened. "You cannot save all," the wind murmured. Seraphine placed her hand over her heart. "Then let love decide." She closed her eyes and walked into the unknown. Moments later, or perhaps eternities, they reunited. The roots drew back. The pedestal now stood in the open. The pot pulsed with gentle light, as if pleased. Lamira stepped forward, her voice steady. We passed. Azric took the pot carefully, holding it as if it were a beating heart. And now, to her. The wind stirred around them once more. But now it lifted them, gently, upward, carrying them out of the roots, back through the spiral, and into the starlit sky above. Above them, the watchers waited. You have remembered yourselves, the tallest said. Now help her remember who she is. And so they descended again, toward the palace and the imprisoned girl, armed not just with the pot, but with the strength of what they had seen within.